Well, I look over and this dog's taking a shit, a hefty shit. And under him, I see
Wait, why did you have to say hefty? Why? Why?
Because it was a hefty shit. Hey, what's up? Jordan here.
And this is Dreama.
The Dreamster here. What's going on, Dream? How you doing?
Oh, doing real good. What's going on with you, Big Bubba?
Oh, I was I just got some new shoes and I am super excited about them because when I walk the dogs, a lot of times out here, you know how muddy that shit gets out there? I almost bust my ass all the time. I got these new shoes. They're like trekking shoes or some shit like that. I never seen them before, but they look like running shoes, but they have like little spikes under them, not like cleats, but like kind of like running spikes in a way, kind of like cleats. I tried them out. Huh?
Like rubber spikes at the bottom?
Yeah, they're like rubber spikes. They're like smaller. Here, let me grab them real quick. I'll show you.
I'm interested to see that.
Yeah, because I like it. I tried them out in mud and they don't fall, and I don't fall at all. So these are like running. But you see how they have like, they're close to cleats, but they're not really. They're close to cleats, basically. They're like hiking running shoes. Well, they're off-road running shoes, I guess. I guess they're like kind of off-road running shoes. So you can keep your balance, because my most famous videos that I've ever gotten was me busting my asses walking the dogs.
Yeah.
And you always have to take like your bags with them. And I saw this reminds me. I saw the most disgusting thing today, Dreama. And I don't know. Maybe you can explain to me what the hell is wrong with people, because I don't know what the hell is wrong with people. I was downtown doing what I do, heading to an auction, and I look over and I see a dog taking a shit. Now, that's not out of the ordinary. A lot of people in Baltimore City own dogs. A lot of their dogs take shits. I haven't ran into a dog that doesn't take shits yet. I'd be interested to find them. It'd be a plus if they were hypoallergenic with no shit. I'll take that one. That's my dog. I want that one. He don't eat. If he eats, where does it all go? Can't feed him either. Robot dog, I guess.
Exactly, man.
But
that'd be cool.
I look over and like taking poops, not out of the ordinary, right? We all take poops. I mean, maybe not you. Girls don't fart, they poop.
I don't poop.
No, you don't poop. Sorry. What do you do then?
Don't poop, I know. For sure.
Well, not poop, I can tell you that much. Well, I look over and this dog's taking a shit, a hefty shit. And under him, I see
Wait, why did you have to say hefty? Why? Why?
Because it was a hefty shit. I wanted to give a good visual aid. I wanted people to understand the situation at hand here. I wanted you to witness what I'm witnessing.
God.
So I see this brown dog taking a hefty shit, a hefty one. And it's like, curled up, and you know how they like curl their little bodies in, and you can tell like they're just squeezing hard. This guy was squeezing, and his face was just like you could see like in his eyes, he was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I might just die here.
God.
Yeah, that's a hefty one. Sometimes poops can hurt, so you got to be careful. But I look under the dog. Yeah, under the dog's butt, Dreama. Under the dog's butt, I see one pair, if you will, one pair of human hands holding a bag, catching the hefty shit from the dog, catching it. Like I've never seen anybody do that. Now, I let dogs take shits and then I pick it up off the ground. Isn't that what you do? Isn't that what you normally do when you walk dogs in public areas like that? Like, the shit's on the sidewalk, you would pick it up with a bag, right?
Yeah, I have never ever seen that. I've never seen somebody go out of their way Like, I don't know if that's lazy or fucking intelligent. Like, that is.
In my head, it's like, okay, so let's break it down, shall we? So the lazy part would be, I don't want to wait for them to do that. I'm just going to catch it here so I don't have to pick it, right? The smart part would be faster because you're just already catching it right here to get to go. Hey, God forbid we get shit on the sidewalk. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let shit touch the sidewalk. Okay. We're going to end it here. But this person was, I didn't know that, like, wow, I'm not motivated enough. I'm not motivated enough to get behind my dog's ass and catch their shit. Would Clark let you do that?
My dog is too masculine. Okay, I can't get but like
he's a manly
like,
man.
Also, get your hand from under my egg. Like,
Exactly. Why you what is that, a man hand? Get that shit away from me. Only girls around this bitch. No, you ain't a bitch. Actually, as a matter of fact, I need a bitch. And you ain't one.
Go give me a bitch.
God, where's a bitch at? Bring me a bitch. Like a literal bitch. I don't mean you. I don't mean the humankind, because the humankind means that you're just not brave. But a bitch is a dog's bitch, you know? Or a female dog, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
I feel you.
But yeah, it was just one of those things where I was like, what the fuck, man? You got to catch your dog's shit. Has anybody ever done that? Like, have you guys ever heard somebody catch somebody's shit or seen somebody catch somebody's shit? Have you ever shit in a bag, Dreama? Have you ever like popped a squat and just put a bag under you and caught it? Just to see what the dog would feel like? That's what I'm thinking I want to do now. I want to see what the dog felt like pooping in a bag.
I thought you were asking me. I was like, dude, I don't poop. I can't tell you that anymore.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Peeing then. You don't pee in bags? I pee in bottles. That's for sure. Gatorade bottles, to be more specific. I'm a wrestler, man. We have 16 hours on the road. Bet your ass I ain't stopping for at least 3 hours.
I mean, I may have on the way like from Baltimore to Florida, I may have did it in a Circle K cup before, whatnot. I may have been driving as well.
Because we're in a hurry. Hey,
we gotta go.
Yep, we gotta go. If we gotta go, we gotta go. We got to go. I don't know how many times I've fit that Gatorade bottle down me while I was driving and was not stopping. Those 2 minutes that I stopped to pee were worth saving. It was worth saving. So
literally.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know. My puppy's an asshole. He really is.
No, he's not. He's a sweetie pie. He's a little sweetie Petey.
I'd be like, Raven, come here. When he really didn't do too much wrong, but that's just since like he's been a puppy and he was doing things wrong. That's what he like.
You have to growl at him.
Yeah, I'm like, get your ass over here.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you have? Oh, now here's the thing. Do you have distinctive ways of talking to him? Like whenever you come home and you haven't seen him in a while, and you're like, "Hi, Clark. Come here, sweetie. I love you, Clarky." And then you walk in, and then you're like, "Wait a minute. He pooped on the Clark. Did you just sit on the bar? Did you just sit on the bar? Clark!" And then he's just sitting there in the corner with his tail just flopping like, I don't know if she likes me or not. I don't know if she likes me or not. She's too bipolar for me. I'm just a dog.
Okay. All right. So I'm not like upset. But like I'm upset that you fucking knew exactly what happens when I get home. Like he doesn't.
You're my
do
sister,
it all
Dreama. You're my sister.
I'm like, oh, good boy, good boy. You're so good. Oh, I did it. And they're like, God damn it, Clark, get your ass over.
But here's the thing, though. I know exactly why, Dreama, because I'm the exact same way, just flip-flopped. My high-pitched voice sucks. My deep voice, obviously, I got that. Yours, vice versa. Your deep voice works. It does the job, but I have a better deep voice. I can't compete with your, like, if you're calling the dogs, your sweetie pie call is going to beat me out. Like, I can't, hi, Clark, come here, buddy.
Like, look at you like, fucking, who the fuck you talking?
Dreama, you're not supposed to talk like that. I'm kidding. I don't know.
Hey, I can talk like
shit.
that.
You do have a rainbow behind you. You is gay, huh?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You didn't even notice that?
Oh, God.
Dreama, you didn't even do that on purpose?
I did. I love my community. I literally bought that.
I'm just embarrassed now. Don't look at it. I don't want you knowing that I'm a lesbo. I'm a lesbian, guys.
No, I didn't.
Clark, God damn it. What did you do? What did you do, Clark? Clark's like, well, I was happy now. I don't know to be happy or sad. I don't know. I did see. Oh, here's an interesting thing while we're talking about dogs. I did see a new story where they were talking about. Now, I like history and stuff like that. I love the history that we have with dogs because, they call them man's best friend because we survived. We couldn't have survived without them. 20,000 dogs. That's why they call us. That's why they call us. That's why they.
Hello.
But no, there was a story that came out. Actually, I'm gonna look it up. We're gonna make this part of the video. This video just got a lot longer. Oh well, fuck it. This video is called "How Dogs Eventually Became Our Best Friends," and we'll watch a little bit of it. I don't want to watch too much of it, but it will give us a little bit of a conversation topic for us to have because so they think that about 20,000 years ago, humans were burying dogs, which means not only did we have spirituality 20,000 years ago, which majority of the world's religions, we only know to be 9,000 years old. Maybe that Buddhism is the oldest religion. And maybe it's like 8, maybe that's a fucking huge maybe. 20,000 years ago, we were burying our people, which means that they were important to us. We also buried our dogs, which means that even 20,000 years ago, people and dogs were doing, like, we're still doing what we're doing, Dreama. Like, it is such a natural relationship for humans and dogs to be together. Like, isn't it crazy, Dreama? Do you ever just think about like how crazy it is that like dogs are just hanging out here? They're just here.
No, yeah, dude. I swear, like I have like that image in my head sometimes, but also it drives me crazy to think that we have countries just eating them.
I know, and that's a weird thing too, because like I've seen people say like, oh well, it's culture. I'm like, no, those are dogs. It's not a fucking cow, dude. It's very, very different. These fucking dogs helped us fucking survive. They made us survive. Like, we wouldn't have lived if we didn't have these dogs. Cows, like, yeah, we eat the cows. We want to live with cows either, but we got to eat them cows. All right, check this out, Dream.
Near the Indu-Yurka River had melted enough to uncover the body of a 2-month-old puppy.
A 2-month-old puppy, 20,000 years ago.
Almost perfectly preserved.
Oh, come on.
An astonishing 18,000.
Look at how well preserved that is, though. 18,000-year-old puppy.
How?
In the permafrost in like where was it? The Ukraine? Where did they say it was? Hold on, listen real quick. They'll tell you where. But it was in the ice.
Near the Indu-Yurka River had melted enough to uncover the body of a 2-month-old puppy.
Yeah, so there's no telling in all that frozen shit in Antarctica how much shit was frozen there. Like, you see how well preserved that is? That's 18,000 years old, Dreama. That is some old shit right there.
Perfectly preserved remains were discovered. Scientists determined that
almost
the
perfect.
Was an astonishing 18,000 years old. The frozen animal was nicknamed Dogor, not only the word for friend in the local language, but also a clever play on words. Is it a dog or something else? And despite its age, it's still...
They want to know if it was in between dogs and wolves, because this is one of the like one of the earliest, most well-preserved dogs that we found, basically.
So it's like pretty much just like the earliest breeds that there really were. So this is like the most like specific
This is like the
breed.
beginning. I mean, maybe it's the beginning. I mean, we think that like it was 50 to 60,000 years ago that we started domesticating. I mean, you know, it's all guesswork, but I mean, this 18,000 years old, like 18,000 years ago. And then like, even to this day, they're finding grave sites with people burying their dogs from way back then, Dreama. Dogs have been part of our lives for so long. It's so crazy.
Fur, teeth, and even a cute little nose preserved. But while Dogor was in really good condition for
That's crazy.
20,000-year-old pup, scientists were unable to confirm what species it belonged to. Was it a dog or was it a wolf or was it something in between?
In between.
Dogor comes from the period of time when scientists...
What'd you say?
It has to be that. I mean, it definitely doesn't look like a wolf, but then again, back in those days, it might have been like a beginning wolf. But
that might have been like, yeah. I mean, we don't know what wolves even look like back then. We just see modern wolves. I don't know what wolves look like 20,000 years ago. Maybe they look closer to dogs, and maybe they still, and then they separated more over the 20,000 years, you know, like, because half their family came and lived with us and half their family stayed in the woods. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
It literally blows my mind. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
For
dude.
sure.
Like, dogs are so important. I love dogs. You know, we have growing up with I mean, except for grandpa's, with mama, we always had dogs. We always had, you know, Prince, Rocky,
Bubba?
Bubba, who the white pit bull? Remember the white pit bull, the English pit bull?
Oh, got me there.
Man, he was such a good dog. Dang. We had Dalmatian. I mean, we had a lot of dogs. White trash. What do you want us to do, guys? What do you want us to do?
Oh.
It would help us better understand the specific time and maybe even the place the domestication occurred. Because there's still a lot we don't know about how wolves...
That looks like Lucy's dad. That looks like Lucy's dad. That was I have a picture on one of my old memory cards of her dad, and he looks exactly like that. Scary shit. Legit wolf.
That's
Lucy, on the other hand, spoiled ass fucking husky. Nice, good dog though. Smart dog. Too smart.
that was a rich kid. Definitely a rich kid.
That was a rich kid. Yeah. She was smart and pretty, and she knew it. And yeah.
To our canine companions. Like, when did they first become domesticated? And
now back, like, one of the first tools that we used dogs for were protecting us against wolves. So you see, like, that person fighting off the wolves with his wolf. Like, if you get them from a puppy, they're going to defend. Like, we had them as security even back then. You see, like, defending the fucking grounds.
where did this happen? And what did the process look like in terms of genetics and anatomy? We're still figuring out the details, but most scientists agree thousands of years of interactions to develop our deep bond with these good boys and girls.
Good boys and girls. I just want to, there's like one part that I want to see, and then we'll cut it off and we'll get to our other subjects. But this is like, you know, we got to have a soft spot for the doggies.
Oh, I know.
Like my good friend Abby here, belong to the subspecies known as Canis lupus familiaris. And we can trace their origins back to a now extinct species of wolf from the Pleistocene, an ancestor they share with the modern gray wolf called Canis lupus. But the exact species of this ancestor is still unknown. While some potential ancestral wolf species, like the extinct...
There's just one picture I want to see. I'm just waiting for it. We'll see.
Taimyr wolf, a specimen discovered in Siberia is from, have been identified. Genetic analysis has shown that they're not direct ancestors to what would become Canis lupus familiaris. What we can say from studies of dog and wolf genomes is that wolves and dogs began to genetically diverge from each other sometime between about 40,000 and 27,000 years ago.
50,000, 40,000. It's a long time that we've been having these animals around. But Dogor was in the 20s, 20,000 years.
Figuring out the exact
craziness
is tough because it looks like the split happened over a very short period of time, and there was probably interbreeding between domestic dogs and wild wolves along human migration routes. So dogs still looked pretty wolf-like at the start of domestication.
But then they mixed with so many different breeds of wolves as humans and dogs traveled through the world that the genetics of dogs have just have a wide span of a whole bunch of different canine type animals throughout the world, basically.
No kidding. I mean, I kind of want to figure out where like a pit bull comes from, like Clarky.
Yeah, we might do that. We might like every now and then. Let's just do an episode where we look up like different breeds of dogs and their history and talk about it.
Yeah,
because I would like that. Would you have fun doing that?
Oh yeah, I would love doing that.
Yeah, we'll do that then. Fuck yeah. Because I was reading about schnauzers, and it's so funny when I'm reading about them because I'm like, oh, that's Scott. Oh, that's fucking Scott. That's very much Scott. That's like they fucking nailed that breed. They nailed him, man, because he is that dog. He is that fucking dog.
That's badass. That's so cool. But to like be able to, because like for humans, it's so much more complex. Like we cannot put just one simple human on a scale and weigh them perfectly.
Right.
I mean, not in reality. We could be like, I mean, some people enjoy doing horoscopes and things like that to see, but it's really not accurate. It's not accurate.
Right.
So it's really cool that we can do that with our man's best friend, like our dog.
It's so cool. It's so cool. And especially, you know, because sometimes I'll just sit down and I'll just look and I'll be like, man, it's so weird that Boycat just comes in here and he wants to just be with me. He just wants to hang out. And he's a little fur ball. I'm like, I'm so lucky. He likes to hang out. He trusts me. He thinks I'm cool, you know?
It's also complicated because these two species diverging genetically isn't necessarily the same thing as domestication. One's just a split in the gene pool, while the other is the whole behavioral and genetic process that humans were involved in. But one of the key genetic traits wolves and modern dogs share that has been really strongly selected for in modern dogs seems to be hypersociability, which is the tendency for adult animals to initiate social contact even with members of other species. And for some wolves, this tendency, along with other behaviors like scavenging for food, could have made them a better fit for eventual domestication. These traits also would have been useful as human settlements became more widespread, with resources.
Yeah, because then you just start seeing humans everywhere. Once the wolves started seeing humans everywhere, and then they started seeing like, oh wait, there's a lot of food over here. I think I need to hang out around these areas a little bit. And then, you know, there would be like one cool dog or wolf or whatever it is at that time. Maybe it's not even a wolf, it's a in between, and you just convince them to come over here. I'll give you a piece. That's how it happens. That's exactly how it happens.
That's crazy.
It's very crazy. Very crazy.
This is known as the commensal pathway to domestication, where an animal benefits from a relationship with humans, but there's little to no benefit for the humans themselves. Well,
at first.
You know, at least at first. In this case, proto-dog.
Don't steal my shit. Don't steal my. But it's true. It's true though, because we figured that out. We figured them out. And we were like, wait a minute, go sniff this. Hey, you can run faster than me. Chase that. You know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And they were like, you know what? You feed me. Fuck yeah, I got you, fam. And now we got.
He said, hey, for a chicken breast, I'll go run down that rabbit for you.
Yeah, you want a rabbit, bro? I'll get you a rabbit. You got it. I love it. I love it though, because they are really like that though. That's dogs for you, man.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Is that many of
Oh, here it is. I love this picture right here. This picture right here. So we've been burying our dogs for at least 20,000 years, probably even longer than that. And this right here is like a an idea of what it was, but way back in the day when we were all just trying to survive. And then, your dog died, and we started having our religious ceremonies where, so like, if you think about it evolutionarily, and you think about like, okay, we came out of the trees, and then we came into the plains, and then we started walking upright so that we can see over the grass, and then we started walking more, and then we started, as we would travel, because we were nomads, we're nomadic, a nomadic species, because humans populated all over the world. As we were traveling through, we picked up different animals and different experiences. And well, not only animals, but when somebody would die, everybody would like that. People would really think about that. And it would become like, before, somebody would die and then you would just keep going. It's just what it is. But then eventually, as we advanced, we started, like, there became a spiritual aspect to it, and we started burying our dead, because it was like, no, we have to put them back into the ground, Now, there was a point where we started doing that with dogs. That's like the connection,
Yeah, like, to me, like, I the best thing that I can do to explain, because this is relevant but probably a slightly off topic. Like, if before that I had Clark, like, I did not want a dog. Like, I love dogs, don't get me wrong, like, I loved being around them, but it was okay, so if I have this dog, I'm committing to an amount of heartbreak eventually. And I really couldn't prepare myself to be able to take that on, but I got Clark, and now I have to be ready for that day, and it scares the shit out of me. So it's really cool to see that even 20 plus thousand years ago, that people are still like, we all had humanity back in the day too.
Yeah, because they didn't. That's their family. They're burying their family right there, dude. Like that, like, because that's your fucking family. I'm getting emotional about it, because just this picture alone right here just had me being like, man, I've had this moment. I've had this literal moment, and it's like, it's such a loss. It is losing one of your family members. It really truly is. Like, I'm getting emotional now just talking about it, because growing up with all the different animals, like, I have memories with all my dog, like Princess. You remember Princess? I remember all my memory. She was before your time, probably. She was very, I think she was gone while you were a baby, but I just remember, all my experiences when I was younger with friends, with dogs, they're pretty on par, man. Like, I had such great times with dogs, chasing them, running around, wrestling, chasing bunnies, hunting, and all those other good things, And it's just, I have such a soft spot for all animals, but especially dogs.
So you agree? It feels like kind of cool, and an emotional topic, but like kind of cool that, you know what I mean, decades and decades and decades and decades and decades plus thousands, millions, like, it's just so far back that they feel the same way today in our time.
We are, exactly. We are, those are our ancestors. We are, and the dogs are too. The dogs are too.
Or maybe they would be proud of us. Because you have to understand, back then, I mean, they created this concept of foreign dogs. So then they see us now, like, with all the technology and the distractions, and nobody gives a shit, blah, blah, blah. But we're still loving and taking care of what they created. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It really is, because from that long ago, when they discovered, because these were probably like different family troops in different little mini villages that were traveling together for safety. And they had their own dogs and stuff, but they probably didn't know it would be like, no. Most humans are going to have a dog. And if they don't have a dog, they'll probably have a cat. And if they don't have a cat, they'll probably have a fish. And those are fucking weirdos. We don't really hang out with them people, but we let them act like they're kind of human. So whatever.
was good.
Got to hit him sometimes.
Maybe just one final thought is if anyone could just comment down below your favorite breed.
Yeah.
If you're a dog person or if you're a cat person.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, we'll talk about cats too. I have boy cat. You don't know that. And we have all these different things. Was that? I'm sorry, Dreama. Did I cut you off? I have to pay attention. I don't mean to do that.
No, you're good. I'm done.
All right, cool. And then my final thoughts are, I really don't like when dogs and animals are mistreated, but especially dogs. So guys, try to take care of your dogs to the best of your abilities and read up on the breeds that you get before you get them. Because a lot of people, I used to have a husky, and it was big with the huskies. People would be like, oh, I want to have a husky. I want to have a husky because they're beautiful dogs, but they are very high maintenance. You have to take a lot of care of them because they require a lot. They have a lot of energy. So you have to exert that energy by letting them run, taking them for walks, giving them things to do and entertaining them. Any of these types of breeds, you have to read up about the breed and see if it matches you. The beautiful thing about it is there's probably a breed that does match your personality. Like humans, we've selectively bred these things to where there's a dog for everybody, but you have to find the right dog for you. But do your research and do not get a dog and then send them back. I hate people who they save dogs and they send them back. That's like my worst pet peeve. And so I'm going to use my time now on my pedestal to shit on people who save dogs and then they fucking send them right back. They say, yeah, because they save them from prison, dog prison. I don't even know what it's called. What's it called? Dream of the pound?
A pet shelter.
Dog pound. They're in the fucking dog prison. And then you get them out and then you send them back because, oh, they tore up my shoes. That's what dogs do. Like, that's what dogs are dogs. They're going to ruin your couch. They're going to ruin your cars. They're going to ruin your carpet. But they're also going to give you so much more meaning to your life and just make you so much more happy. I mean, like, you didn't want a dog, but you have Clark. Could you imagine getting rid of Clark?
If I'm being like very completely honest, I think now I am codependent on Clark. Like I had my dependency, but then it was struck away. Like, this dog is my world. Yeah. So, but that was the best last thought. Like, you stroked that was amazing.
Yeah, I think we're good for this one. So love you guys. See you all next time.